So moving inside for the next job. This is a DR stump grinder. It's had a lot of life, a lot of use. We've probably ground at least 100 stumps with this. And not little pines either. We had the emerald ash borer come through and we ground at least 100 ash stumps, so hardwoods too. But we had a bit of a mishap here. It looks to me like the root cause is the nut came off the end of the shaft, allowed the shaft to drop, shattered that bearing housing, and the grinding head went crooked, tore up the pulleys that go back to the self-driving part, and the rest is history. Got the parts. Here's the key to success right there, is a mini split air conditioner. But I've got the bearings, I've got the nut that fell off, and these two funky looking washers together back to back make a pulley for the belt that drives the self-driving. So let's see how it goes. So with the side cover removed and the bottom cover removed, you can get to everything you need to get to. This bearing right here, the flange is broken off. The bearing itself might still be reasonably good, but it doesn't do you much good when the flange is down here. So I'm gonna try to put a new bearings in. Probably should do both sides. There's more play than I would like, so let's do both sides while we're in here. But that's the grinding head. Pretty straightforward. These teeth last a really long time. I have actually never turned these teeth. You can turn the teeth, I believe it's 3 times to get a new cutting surface. I think while I'm in here I'll go ahead and do that, but I've never actually turned them. These carbide teeth last a really long time. So let's continue into this. Pretty simple mechanism. We have to talk this bolt into coming out. It got hit by the rotating head. I also want to point out that Rob is wearing face protection along with his other PPE. So this bolt's done for now. So both bearings are out. They go there and there. One of them still on the grinding head shaft because there's set screws that keep it in position. Rob's taking those out right now. This upper bearing needed a little bit of pry bar action to get it off. A little bit of scuffing and damage to the shaft. It doesn't really want to come off the end, but it's coming. Just got to be patient. Put it in a vise. Try bigger and bigger pry bars until it comes off. So we'll have this off momentarily. It's rocking back and forth on the bad spot. So when we got the bearing out on the left side, notice that the mounting holes had been ovaled backwards and the shaft had been rubbing in its opening here. That's quite a bit of wear. This stump grinder gets a ton of vibration when it's being used, and it's under a lot of force. So that's worn through. We may need to build that up with weld and then drill it back out to get enough support. And alternatively, we'd have to replace, this is all a big one-piece welded housing, so don't really want to replace that part. So that looks like a weld up and drill back out job if we want that to maintain position where it's supposed to be, or else that grinding head will just run crooked. So a little bit bigger job than we were thinking. On further inspection of the grinding head, the shafts on both sides, well, it's either one shaft all the way through welded, or it's a piece on each side, probably one piece and then welded at the hub. Where the bearings sit, a lot of damage. The diameter's been taken down probably at least 40 or 50 thousandths of an inch. So we're going to have to reconsider some things here. Take a look at replacing that whole hub assembly. We have the equipment to build it up with metal and turn it back down on the lathe, but I doubt that the part is expensive enough to be worth the time. That could take us the rest of the day to build that up, flame spray it, turn it back down on the lathe. I'm not feeling it, so I'm going to look up the price of the part and make a decision from there. So here's the bearings. The new ones on the top, old ones on the bottom. Broken flange on one side, bent flange on the other, plus a lot of damage to the mounting hole on each side where that's been flopping around and wallering it out. So I bought these bearings from DR. Generac owns DR. Part number 258021, but if you wanted to buy them separately for some reason, they seem to be made by Lutco, and a part number of 4207659. So is that a 9? Yep. So that's the bearing story, but the housing story and the shaft story are a little worse. So I looked up the part numbers and prices on these. The housing, because it's this entire orange housing, was relatively affordable, I think, at $200, and I'd rather do that than weld this up and do a lot of work on it and maybe have it crack back out. So I think I'll buy the housing. The grinding head assembly is $300, maybe a little more than I thought it would be, but still better than spending most of a day flame spraying and turning that back down. I can keep it as a spare and maybe do the build up and turn down on a winter project. So I'll end this as part 1 and order $500 worth of parts and be back in part 2 of this saga. Again, this stump grinder, I looked it up, we've had it 9 years. We've ground at least 200 stumps, so I'm not too mad. That is a design flaw though. The only thing holding these bearings in place is the compressive force on these flanges. They could do better. If they just welded some positive retention fore and aft and let the clamping force of the bearings just keep them in place up against something more positive, that whole problem could have been avoided. So note to DR, do better. So this is the end of part 1. I'll see you in part 2.